Good morning, everybody. This is Mike at FOUCH FABS, and this is our install for today. Just kind of giving you a first look before we get started. Obviously, it's a tear out, so this is what it looks like before we get started. And I brought my whole crew up here to help me get the tear out done and get the tops in. Of course, I got Tony, Keith, the new guy, started yesterday. And then you guys have seen David as well as Tony. But so first things first, we're going to get the floors all covered up and you know, get everything situated, and then we'll start tearing it out and bringing them in, and I will touch base with you periodically throughout the install to show you how it's going. If we run into anything weird or strange, I will touch base and show you guys what's going on, and we'll just go like we always do. So here we go. Alright guys, we're in the middle of the tear out, and I try to give tips throughout, and you probably already heard this tip in some other videos, but anytime you have backsplash along the wall with a tear out, it's very, very important that you cut. You can see that I've already cut, but just so you know what I'm talking about, you're going to want to cut a line. You don't want to go way far and scratch up your wall everywhere, but you want to make sure that when you pull this piece off, that that you don't peel their paint up in big strips. A lot of times the customer purchases backsplash high enough to cover this unpainted area. So if you pull it and you don't cut this and it pulls big strips off, you know, then they got to repaint and all that stuff. So it's just very important. I think they've got the screws out of this. They're still a little hard to get off, but I'm gonna see if I can pop this off real fast for you so that you guys will know what I'm talking about. You always want to be very careful of stoves and refrigerators and all that stuff. So as you can see, it's starting to separate there. Alright, and you can see how it come apart there and it didn't pull. Had we not cut that real good, you'd get a pull. And I always go really slow, that way if there's pieces that are pulling, I can go ahead and cut it a little better so that we don't get that pull. You just want to have as clean of a job as possible. So what we got here, guys, is liquid nail all over the cabinets. I hate liquid nail. Over here I had to pull the wood off and scrape off the liquid nail. As you can see, the liquid nail is squeezed over onto the actual false fronts and everything else. So it's, I despise liquid nail. I think they need to take it off the market. I don't know of any good use for it. So this, you can take a multi-tool and kind of get it off. Scratch it off. There's multiple ways you can do it. But you don't want to dig into the cabinet and make it look terrible, mess up the cabinet. But you got to get it off so that everything can be kind of level. Liquid nail is a daggone pterodactyl, let me tell you. Alright, over here we've got more liquid nail. And Tony. Alright, so not as bad on this one as it was on that one, so I'm just going to try to skim over it real fast. Alright, so I think we got that pretty good. So the customer is wanting the stone to set up kind of flush with his stove. So what we're probably going to have to do is put some wood on here and kind of build it up for him. And then he'll run a piece of trim around that. So after I find out what my level situation looks like, we're going to take a look at what we can do to raise it up and all that. So I'll get back with you when we start to do that, guys. Okay guys, we finished the job. I've got a meeting I'm supposed to be at 2 o'clock. So I'm just going to do a quick once over and then I'll give you some more commentary on another day. So everything's finished. Alrighty. We got this here. We ran the splash all the way across. Yeah, it's cheaper that way. And then I built the tops up for him, put him a little bit of a painter's caulk on there so he can paint that up, which held the drawers and the overhang covers it pretty well anyways. If you stand straight up here, it does a pretty good job of covering it. So, and that's where it was out of level over there, and as you can see, I caulked that in and stuff, so once it dries it should work. Over here, can't get my fingers in these false fronts, so, but anyway, that's it guys. Sorry guys, I wanted to show you guys this seam before I left here. You can see it right here a little bit, just where the epoxy was, and it's just a little bit lighter because it's wet where the sealer's at. But that seam is pretty much invisible. Alright guys, like I said, I'll do commentary when I get back.